What is up guys, Joe here, welcome back to my channel, and today we are back with another episode of FreeLanda, and in this one we continue our hunt for our second Grand Tour of the season, of course, La Vuelta a España. So we're only 4 stages in, but it's been a pretty hectic race so far. You can see Jakub Fuglsang is the current red jersey, just ahead of Julian Alaphilippe. We're in 4th place. We lost most of our time in the team time trial at the beginning. We started to make some of that up though. You can see Emmanuel Buchmann with his 83 mountain looking very menacing indeed, waiting for his time to attack in the mountains. And to be fair, at this point it seems the likes of Lopez, Mollema and the other guys I would consider to be in the GC battle don't seem to quite have it at this race. So I would say the top 4, Fuglsang, Alaphilippe, Buchmann and Mikel Landa, are the 4 main contenders in this one. So depending on time, I'm going to try and cover about 6 stages in this one, and we do start with a flatter stage. There are some hills and there is a short hill before the line, potentially one for the sprinters though. Stage 6, another hilly one, don't think it will be decisive in the GC though. And then stage 7, you can see quite a few hills, but I think this could be a mass sprint, maybe a reduced sprint to be fair, but I don't think this will make a difference in the GC again. Stage 8 though, a massive final climb after 170k of flat riding. Look at the max percent, 19.3% at the end. Stage 9, and we have more hills, as you can see, a hilltop finish, 6k climb, and there could potentially be some gaps there, that is for sure. And then we will finish today, stage 10, on probably the biggest GC day of the race so far. A massive final mountain, max of 11% and 14 kilometers long. So starting today as the favourites, we have Van der Poel, Garcia Cortina and Sagan. Today for us though is just about getting to the end in the front group. So no surprise again to see the team in horrific form. You can see pretty much everyone on minus days, even Vals this time. And this really is influencing my decision to maybe stay or not to stay with the team, to be honest. If they can't put a kind of in-form Grand Tour squad together, why should we stay here? Maybe we should be looking elsewhere rather than looking to stay at Bahrain. So you can see guys, we are on this second of 2 very steep climbs. No great action has happened here at the moment. You can see a very hard pace though, and a few guys are going out the back, including Alvaro Hodge, it would seem. The breakaway up the road currently have about 3 minutes. They're trying to hold on for a stage victory. Here we go then guys, racing into the final 20k. We still have a minute and a half to that group up the roads. You can see a few guys haven't made it back on. The likes of Aberasturi unlikely to be able to sprint for this one. I was trying to pace, but of course our team have completely had it. We've only got Bilbao who's got any yellow left, and I think he's going to go out the back as well, to be fair. 18k to go, the pace very high as they try and catch the breakaway. So 12.5k to go, we have a very short but steep climb coming up right here. Let's come to the front with Landa if we can. And it does seem the chase is now done for that breakaway. I think they're going to win the stage here. 1 minute and 30 to that group up the roads. And I think they're going to win it. We've got no reason to chase. Colbrelli has completely had it on a stage that suits him pretty much perfectly, I would suggest. Let's just sit in this group. But like I say, I think the breakaway have this one. So 6k to go in this stage. The pace still pretty slow in this group as there are now an increase in tempo by Mark Hirschi. Bilbao just about still clinging on under the 5k to go banner. Let's try and maybe follow Fuglsang's wheel rather than be protected by Bilbao. We can potentially use our energy gel. Let's follow Buchmann instead. You can see just 2.5k to go for the breakaway up the roads. Who is going to take it from that group? I'm pretty sure they have the stage, although the peloton are racing up to them now with the Sunweb man Van Wilder on the front. 2k to go. Let's see who can take the stage in the breakaway. Charel looks pretty good to take this one, I do believe. Let's cut to the finish line if we can. And it looks like it will be Laxano from Cayo Rural. A great win for the Spanish outfit. Great to see. We can now sprint for the line, and I do believe we will finish nicely in this front group here. Let's cut back to this camera, and yes, we shouldn't lose any time today. So the young climber Lazcano wins it for Cayo Rural ahead of Charel. Lopez, who had a good chance for Trek, he couldn't take the win. Of course, we did finish nicely in that front group. So no change in the GC today, although quite a few guys were dropped. You can see a lot of guys struggling on a seemingly not too difficult stage to me. On to stage 6 then guys, and we definitely need to be aware in this one, a few climbs followed by a little downhill and another short ramp before another short downhill to the line. Buchmann again starts the day as the favourite. He's so strong in the mountains, but I don't think he's punchy enough for this one. I think Fuglsang, Alaphilippe, or even someone like Higita will win this one. Let's try and stay with them though. Honestly, it's actually hard not to be mad at the team when you see race day conditions like this. It's so damn painful. Bilbao -3, Caruso -3, Betrago -3. They could actually be genuinely useful if they had just a half decent race day condition and good form for the race. You can see over the top of that first climb and only 2 riders of 88 from Bahrain McLaren, just Vowles able to stay with us at the moment. He needs to grab some water, but yeah, terrible performance by the team again. Here is the moment then guys, Vowles is now completely done for the day. He won't be able to help us any longer as the pace does slow in this group to be fair, but I think Vowles about to go out the back and we are now by ourselves for the final 23 kilometers of this stage. So somehow the pace just wasn't there on that final kind of 5k of that climb, and Vowles is able to stay here to be fair, only because the pace was so slow. But 66 riders still in this group, doesn't look like it's going to be too selective today, and the break do have a chance with Hansen of Cofidis looking the big favourite at the moment. Okay then, 6k to go for the peloton. We're just coming into this final climb. As you can see, I am coming to the front. I do want to protect against attacks. You can see Alaphilippe is moving up alongside Ballerini here. Let's take Alaphilippe's wheel. I don't want to lose any time to Julian Alaphilippe today. As you can see, Hansen just up the road. Izagiri now upping the pace. Let's come off Alaphilippe's wheel, take Mollema's wheel maybe, or Fuglsang in that red jersey. We can use our energy gel here as Bauke Mollema is on the attack. I'm going to follow Fuglsang. I think he's the wheel to take at this point in the race, and I do think Hansen could be about to lose the race. He's just up the road, agonisingly close here for Jesper Hansen of Cofidis. We'll follow Jakub Fuglsang. Mollema is chasing him into the final 2k, and I think Hansen might be able to hold on here. Let's just stay in this group of 26. We'll sprint now with Mikel Landa. Let's see who takes it up the road. Is it Mollema? Bauke Mollema steals it from Hansen. It's heartbreak with Garcia Cortina coming very late. Mollema just takes the win ahead of Garcia Cortina. Hansen, absolute heartbreak for the Dane. We make sure we finish in this front group of just 21 riders. What a stage that was, so close in the end. Absolute heartbreak for Jesper Hansen of Cofidis. But the GOAT Bauke Mollema does get the win. Of course, Trek career legend. And he's a very strong rider. If he can get himself in some good form, which he seemingly is in, he definitely has a chance at this race. So stage 7 then, and a pretty short one, under 160 kilometers. I said at the beginning, I can see this being a mass sprint. To be fair, I don't see the pure sprinters getting to the ends, but certainly the likes of Sagan and Garcia Cortina could compete for this one. It's a big gap up to a 16-man breakaway today. You can see Hansen in that break again, hoping to make up for yesterday's stage. I'm not going to pace them in. I don't think we have a real option to win this stage with Landa's sprint. So let's just try and sit in. We do have a nice day, and so does Vowles, to be fair. So Mitchelton Scott have just absolutely shredded this peloton on this early climb. Still 80k to go in the stage. Look at our squad. I know they're not a strong team, but absolutely destroyed by Mitchelton Scott on that climb. So we're now coming towards the final climb. We're on the penultimate climb at the moment. The breakaway are going to be brought in. I think just 37 seconds is their lead, and you can see Colbrelli now going out the back, as well as Caruso and Bilbao, and just Vowles again to help us with 40k to go. This weak squad are really hurting us in other ways, because Vowles has just had to go and get some water that Caruso and Bilbao tried to deliver before that previous climb. You can see he's going to burn a lot of energy now trying to deliver that. So we're not going to have Vowles for as long on this climb. So really hurting us having this weak squad. So we've just gone over that climb, 15k to go. The break have been caught. We still have 91 riders in this group, and this is going to be a sprint with the likes of Van der Poel, Garcia Cortina and Sagan. Even Caleb Ewan and Christoph still here. They'll be favourites for this one. So 7.5k to go. We have just had an attack and it's Bauke Mollema looking for his second stage win in a row. It's an ambitious move by the Dutchman, clearly feeling good though, but I do think he will be brought in with about 5k to go right here. As you can see, we can use our energy gel. Vowles can maybe go up to 89. We'll follow him on that pace as we have a counter attack, and Romain Bardet on the counter with Sergio Higuita chasing him down. We're just going to pace on 84 with Vowles and follow him. Obviously the sprinters teams, the likes of Nizzolo, do need to try and bring in that attack themselves. So let's just sit up for now with Vowles. 2k to go. We can up the tempo now, 299, as Bardet and Higuita are now caught. We can sprint into the final 800 meters or so with Mikel Landa. There's lots of corners in this finish, and it will be Caleb Ewan, an incredible acceleration by the Australian. Vowles will get second, Sagan third, and we finish safely in the peloton again. What a sprint by Caleb Ewan. He did very well to stay there over all the climbing, and he got his rewards with the stage win when many other sprinters were dropped earlier in the stage. Again, no change in the GC today though. We keep our 4th place ahead of stage 8. So it's a big one today guys. Stage 8, 174 kilometers. Of course, pretty much all flat apart from the final few kilometers, which are absolutely crazy. Max of 19.3%, and certainly the chance of some big moves in the GC today. Alaphilippe, the favourite, will have to be aware with Landa. I think this is the definition of a one-man show. Look at this, -3, -4 and -2s all round bar Mikel Landa. And I'm not happy with the team at this race. We'll have to go solo in that final climb with no support from our teammates and see what we can do. So I am going to try and set a pretty high pace on the front with Garavaglia and Novak today. Worth noting, we are in our fitness peak and we will probably lose it into week 3 of the race. So stages like this, we do need to try and gain some time in the GC whilst our fitness peak is still activated. So we're coming into the final 20k of the stage already. The breakaway I don't really think have ever had a chance today with this huge flat section. The breakaway haven't let them go and I've contributed to that. You can see we now need to move up ready for the final climb. So Butrago has done a good job protecting us today, to be fair. Damiano Caruso will be the man to help us up this climb though. Already 5k to go. I'm going to move this up to 84. Some sprinters on the front as Gino Marder has tried a late attack from that breakaway. You can see it's pretty hectic right now with Ackermann and Jakobsen still on the front. We're trying to wait though for that incredibly steep section, which I think is just about to start. The road narrowing all the time as Matthew van der Poel is on the attack. Of course, not the best mountain, but he certainly has the punch to try and challenge for this stage. I'm going to take Alaphilippe's wheel with Mikel Landa. We can use our energy gel now. Let's go to 85, just 2.5 kilometers. Maybe follow Alaphilippe at this point. Buchmann looking very good. Van der Poel has been caught now. 2k to go. I think we have enough yellow with Fuglsang, Hurt and Formolo around us at this point. Let's up this to 87 now with Mikel Landa. Try and move up on this incredibly steep climb. Look at this ramp. This is absolutely crazy. 18.5%, and Emmanuel Buchmann is riding away with it at this point. Fuglsang trying to follow. We're blocking him in unintentionally though. Just 1.3k to go, and this climb is absolutely mental. Buchmann looking so good, proving me wrong it would seem at this point. Landa, we're trying to pace ourselves into the final kilometer, and it's staying as steep as this into the final kilometer. We can maybe go to 95, 99. Try and catch Emmanuel Buchmann now with Mikel Landa. It seems Fuglsang and Alaphilippe don't have it today. Fuglsang coming late to be fair, but Emmanuel Buchmann with a beautiful win. What a result for the German, proving he is a main contender in this Vuelta a España. We get second, Fuglsang third, Alaphilippe some way down in 4th. What a stage that was. So Emmanuel Buchmann 24 seconds clear of Landa and Fuglsang. And if I'm not mistaken, he will go into the leader's jersey. Not quite. He is now on the same time as Fuglsang. An unreal performance today by the German. Emmanuel Buchmann looks so good on that climb, completely proving me wrong with his lack of punch. We were 24 seconds down in the end with Fuglsang in 3rd, Alaphilippe 45 down, And yeah, like I said, it's these four guys at the front, isn't it? The likes of Haig, Mollema, even Richard Carapaz don't seem to have it at this race. And so the new GC, Fuglsang, like I said, just holding on to that red jersey ahead of Emmanuel Buchmann. Alaphilippe dropping time today down to third. We stay in fourth, 45 seconds down on Fuglsang, losing time to Buchmann, of course, but increasing our lead to everyone else behind. Worth noting, a horrible performance today by Superman Lopez, down over 2 minutes. Same with Marc Soler and Ilnur Zakarin. Moving on then, stage 9, and of course, in the Vuelta, there are plenty of hills, and that is certainly true for this one, finishing on a 6k climb, average of 6%. Alaphilippe and Fuglsang, the big two favourites. We'll see what we can do in third place though. So 40k to go in the stage now, and you can see there are some splits that have been made on this flatter section. The pace has been so high, set by Deceuninck Quickstep. We now have Vowles protecting us, so let's make sure we stay to the front. And on a +4 day, certainly we can think about trying an attack later in the stage. It's been a mix of Bora and Quickstep pacing so hard on the front so far today. You can see Vowles, here is the moment we will say goodbye to him for the remainder of the stage. And again, the final 15k will be done alone without any help from teammates here for Mikel Landa. Pace very, very high. I did think about trying an attack on this penultimate climb of the day. We definitely need to try and move up though, with Alaphilippe hovering at the front of this group. Let's go up to 85. Maybe we could try something over the top here. I'm really unsure of that though, to be fair. Here we go, Garcia Cortina coming to the front. He doesn't try anything though. Let's just sit here, just 43 riders, 29 riders now in this peloton. Into the downhill section, just 25 riders. You can see the guys that have been dropped from this group. And we do need to be careful now with Landa. 8k to go. I do think we have a decent chance at this stage today on this +4 day. So let's try and move up in this group as soon as we hit this climb. And of course, we want to stay to the front, try and follow any attacks, and maybe do an attack of our own on this climb at some point. So under the 5k to go banner, I think we can probably use our energy gel at this point. Buchmann looking good again, led by his teammate Patrick Conrad, who's 6th in the GC. What a team it is for Bora at this race. Just 20 in this group now with 4k to go. I'm waiting for the pace to drop potentially for an attack, but you can see it's only getting steeper now. Let's go to 75. Try and conserve a bit, and here comes Alaphilippe on the left-hand side of the road. We do need to be careful. Conrad here now as well. Let's follow Julian Alaphilippe, shall we? I think we will with 2.5k to go. Even we could go ourselves now, up to 90 I think. Can we try and attack? I think the pace is probably too high for us at this point, but let's try and lead the peloton. Try a little one on the left hand side of the road. Mikel Landa on the attack into the final kilometres, and just Formolo and Mollema able to follow at this point. Let's go 99. Mollema unable to follow us. Formolo doing his best. But I do think we have this one in the bag. Mikel Landa, what a sprint away at the end there. And we win in glorious fashion at this Vuelta a España. I think our 3rd win of the race already. A beautiful win, and we take some time back in the GC as well. That was a very satisfying victory indeed. I do think I could have attacked earlier, or at least if I had teammates, I could have made it harder for the other teams and potentially gained some more time in the GC. We make do with 14 seconds in the end though, and of course bonus seconds included. Buchmann lucky to finish in that front group. He was cooked at the top of that climb. And so in the new GC we go up to 3rd position, just 27 now down on Fuglsang and overtaking Julian Alaphilippe today. In other news then, it's the final chance for us to re-sign with Bahrain McLaren, and I'm actually not going to accept this offer right now. I'm going to leave it. I do think we get the chance of re-signing for them if we don't sign for anyone else at the end of the season. So I'm going to leave it and see if we get any other offers. We haven't had any though for the moment. Stage 10 then guys, and it's a big mountain. This is Mikel Landa territory. However, of course, it's also Emmanuel Buchmann territory. 83 mountain on this man. And I think it could be a showdown between the likes of Buchmann and Landa. Haven't seen anything from Lopez or Carapaz yet at this Vuelta, and it'll be interesting to see how Fuglsang and Alaphilippe cope on this big climb. Landa in green, that is what I like to see. Worth noting, we also actually lead the KOM jersey, which I didn't realise, 21 points. Quite some way ahead of Hansen, to be fair, 9 points ahead of him. You can see a massive +5 day. We need to try and take advantage of this one. And even Bilbao and Betrago not quite feeling as bad today. This is our opportunity to claim that red jersey. So it's a massive 36-man group up the roads in this one, by far the biggest group up the roads at this race. Already 7 minutes as well. I'm pretty sure they have the stage wrapped up. The likes of Mike Woods, James Knox, Masnada, some strong climbers in this group. So we're now on the penultimate climb of the day. It's not too long in distance, but I am trying to make a bit of a difference on this climb, with Novak and Colbrelli pacing a bit on the front whilst we sit in on 60. So it's a very fast run into this final climb, and that is due to Bora. I must say I'm very worried about Emmanuel Buchmann in this one. He is going to be so strong, I am sure. Anyhow, on this +5 day, let's try and come to the front somewhat now. Maybe do some pacing with our teammates as well. So with just 8.5k to go in this climb, I've been pacing on 85. The pace isn't hard enough for me though. You can see Landa looking very good with still 8k to go. We're going to up our guys even harder. Let's go 90, 95 or something like that. Just try and kill them right now. We can move up now with Landa as well. Betrago protecting us for the moment. And you can see our teammates pretty much done here. I think we're going to try and attack with 7k to go on this climb. Still a group of 58, but I think we can maybe try it. Bilbao burning his last bits of energy. Here we go. 6.5k to go. And Mikel Landa on the attack in La Vuelta España. Who can react? Sam Oomen looks like the man to try and react at this point. We'll try and keep going though. It's a very strong attack as we pass guys from the early breakaway. What an attack by Mikel Landa. We can now go 84, use our energy gel as well. I'm not sure how it's playing out in the breakaway up the roads. You can see still a big group together up front. They will take the stage today, and you can see we have a massive gap to Fuglsang and Buchmann trying to bring us in now at this point. 4.5k to go in the stage. So we're looking very good at this point. We still have a 40-second gap to Fuglsang and Buchmann behind, and it seems they've left Alaphilippe behind as well. That could be pretty crucial, to be fair. Look at Tim Wellens trying to stay with us. No chance for the Belgian. Buchmann and Fuglsang now trying to join us with 2.5k to go, and they may just do it, to be fair. Can we see who's going to take the stage win right here? It seems Victor de la Parte takes the stage win. A nice home win for the Spaniards. Let's cut back to Mikel Landa though. And Emmanuel Buchmann and Fuglsang have now caught us into the final kilometres. That is disaster. That is absolute disaster. I thought we could potentially take some time on them, and we're not looking good now into the final 1.5k. Neither is Buchmann though. Let's go up to 85. Fuglsang looks so strong at this race. Oh my words. Maybe we can't take any time on these guys. Let's go up to 99. Emmanuel Buchmann does crack into the final, but I don't think we're going to take any time on Jakub Fuglsang today. The Dane looks so strong. We're going to finish in the same group as him and hardly gain anything on Emmanuel Buchmann behind. It's an ambitious attack today by Landa on a +5 day, but Fuglsang and Buchmann react very strongly indeed. Carapaz finishing well down on the stage, as you can see, just ahead of Julian Alaphilippe, who blows his chances at a Grand Tour on this stage. Victor de la Parte just beats Gino Marder to win a stage at his home Grand Tour at the age of 35 years old. However, further down, we were unable to drop Fuglsang even on a +5 day. This man is so strong at this race. We did drop Buchmann only by, I think, 18 seconds in the end. You can see everyone else well down in the GC. Here it is then, the new GC, and it's a front three at this Vuelta España. Fuglsang, Buchmann and Mikel Landa seem like they will fight this one out in the GC. Less than 30 seconds separate them, but Jakub Fuglsang looking so strong at this point. It's almost 4 minutes back to Jack Haig in 4th place, a strong rise by the Australian, to be fair. Patrick Conrad in 5th as well for Bora Hansgrohe. Alaphilippe now all the way down to 6th. We're actually leading the sprint jersey as well with Mikel Landa, and we're 2nd in the KOM jersey kind of accidentally. We have Alexander Vlasov leading the young riders just ahead of Higita, and in the team classification we're down in 14th. Astana lead that classification. So that'll round this one out, guys. A strong performance today by Mikel Landa. We got a good result in the mountain, we got a good win on the hills as well, but unable to really crack Jakub Fuglsang and Emmanuel Buchmann at this race so far. And so I will wrap this one up here, guys. Of course, in the next one, more Vuelta a España, where we will look to drop the other guys in the mountains and try and get hold of that red leader's jersey. Anyhow, if you enjoyed this one, drop a like on the video. Let me know what you thought down in the comments below. Subscribe to my channel if you're new. I'll see you guys in the next one.